Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got another special blind for you guys. Shout out to my man, Dave V. I have always said that Makers 46 can hang with the best of them. And tonight, it is time to see if that is really true. I think Makers 46 cask strength is one of the best makers on the market. I did a review, a blind, where I had Makers cask strength from 2016. It's not this bottle, this is a 2015, but Makers cask strength from 2016 up against a pick, also up against, that was a creamy caramel pick, up against Maker's Mark Cellar Age. Maker's Mark Cellar Age, I believe, came in last. I got to go back and look at that video, but if I'm not mistaken, Maker's Mark Cellar Age, I believe, came in last. And that's what made me question whether or not Maker's Mark Cellar Age was overhyped. Now, shout out to my man Dave V. We are going to get a blind together today because of my man Dave V. He provided me with a sample of the Maker's Mark Cellar Age. This thing comes in at 115.7 proof. This is the 2023 release. I don't know if you can see that because sometimes the glare, but on the back it says A. Also, this glass is going to say A. Try to get that on camera. That glare is killing me. I know it's been kind of hard to see in some of the last videos, and I try to use a pen and write it light because I don't want it to project through to the bottom. That's why sometimes when you watch these videos, if you don't notice, my eyes are either at the ceiling or looking around or looking down because I don't want to look through the glass and see what letter it is. All right, so this is going to be glass letter B. And this is going to have the Maker's Mark 46 cask strength. All right, I'm going to pour these things up. I'll be right back. Once again, shout out to you, Dave V. He's been called the Don of samples. Dave Vocal Samples, Russ L. I forgot that was another one of his monikers. Russ L. had called him that in the video for my 1924 earlier today when I was reading and answering back. All right, so we got this thing. It's about to stop. All right, boom. Pull them off the wheel and go ahead and get into them. All right, first we're going to get into, let me do this because the last video I messed up. I always try to go from my right to my left to make it easier for you guys at home to follow. So this one right here is going to be glass, we'll say 1. Glass 1 is so doughy sweet. It is like glazed donuts from Krispy Kreme sitting on top of a lemon meringue pop. I don't know why I get like this lemon in there. That is such a sweet nose, man. Just a hint of chocolate, like a milk chocolate. All right, let's get into this glass right here. Glass number 2. Glass number 2 is coming off a little muted, a little more chocolate, not as much glazed donut. Glass number 2 could be older, could be richer. It seems to be okay. It's more muted on the nose, no glazed donut, but it seems like richer, more chocolate, more rich notes. And I don't get any of that that lemon, like lemon or lemongrass. All right, let's get into the palate of glass number 1. Some of that doughy Krispy Kreme transfers over. Some of that, I called it lemon, but some citrus notes transfer over. It's a little drying in the mouth. I've said it before, popsicle sticks. Maybe a touch of earthiness to it. Just a touch, not bad, not in a bad way at all. Just that drying. Sometimes that drying can come off like with an earthy note. All right, let me go back into the palate one more time. Doughy, sweet, Krispy Kreme donut, citrus, earthiness, drying. That's pretty much all I'm getting out of the palate of that one. All right, let's go into the palate of glass number 2. Oh. Oh. Glass number 2 just seems just more, just well put together, like more rounded. Just it melds together. That's almost like a, I don't know, maybe like a ginger snap cookie. That's rich. That's dark chocolate across the back. Super heavy, like cacao, like, you know, those bars. So the wife and I, we did keto like one time, and like the only sweets that I really could have was like those 70-80%, and I even tried a 90% one. This is coming off, it's got like those 80% like cacao bar, like dark rich chocolate in the background. All right, let's go backwards, because I think I already have a winner. You guys know I like those dark rich notes. So all right, let's go backwards. All right, nose, just still really rich, like really rich, and just like dark chocolate heavy on the nose. And that's really it, man. All right, back into the palate. Yeah, that's richer. Tastes older. I think that might be the cellar age. That's richer. It tastes older. I'm loving that dark chocolate note. I really didn't pick up any fruit notes. It's sweet. It's brown sugar heavy. Like I said, almost like what did I say? Like a ginger snap cookie. All right, time to go back to glass number one. All right, glass number one. Glass number one has gotten more mapley on the nose. So that like Krispy Kreme, doughy donut smell, it's gotten more mapley on the nose now. It's still there, but it's just more maple syrup heavy. All right, let's get into the palate. A little thinner, a little spicier. It is not as well rounded as this glass. To me, this glass does taste younger. It does. Not in a bad way. It's still very good, but it does taste younger than this glass. So I don't even think I have to go any further. Both of them have a good mouthfeel. This one has the better of the mouthfeels. This one was the better of the two glasses. So now it is time to find out what they are. So should I do the last one first, or should I do first place last? All right, glass two wound up being my first place. Let's find out what it is. Hey, it was something about glass two that just tasted older, tasted richer. And I'm not even going to lie and say that the 46, which is B, wasn't far behind, because there was clearly a difference. It was far behind. It was far behind. Not miles behind, but it was far behind. Like, you could clearly taste that the Maker's Mark Cellar Age was the superior product. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I always feel like Maker's Mark 46 cask strength can hang with the best of them. Now, I can't wait until the picks come in that I did with Kevin at S&W. That thing, I think, is going to be amazing. I can't wait until it comes in, so you guys, you can rush down to the store and get a sample and see what my palate is like. I've got some stickers made up. I'll see if Kevin can hand out stickers with those bottles when you guys buy them. And, you know, you can put like a nice little tater sticker on there or whatever. But at this point, I am going to have to say that Maker's Mark came out on top. Now, maybe I should do another one. Now, I wasn't the biggest fan of the heart release. And shout out to Brian and Marie Ann from the Bourbon School, because they are huge fans. Lauren, I can't remember if Lauren's a fan or not, but you know, when Lauren's not there, Marie Ann fills in. Now it's kind of the three of them. You know, so shout her out too. But I know that Brian and Marie Ann are a huge fan of the heart release. I wasn't wowed by it. It would probably lose to the Maker's Mark in my opinion, but that 2016 cask strength that I have is amazing. I was going to put it on the channel, but I don't have enough table space. It's lower in the bottle than this. Fuller bottles look better on the table. With that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head it to a drop. Till next time.